with these two heroes going top lane, but this is what we expected. We expected Drow Ranger to be picked up by Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, and it's already a good lineup for it, and they love to run it on Illidan as well, so not surprised by that at all. As far as last picks go, you know, usually you want to pair it up with some kind of initiator on your team, because whenever you run the Drow, you're usually lacking in initiation because you typically want to have Drow paired up with other ranged heroes, and ranged heroes just simply don't have that great of initiation. Rubik is okay, but that's presuming you you know, have some kind of good timing on the blink, which usually doesn't happen on a 4-position Rubik, and it's probably going to be a 4-position Visage anyway. So the other, you know, the kind of heroes that go well with a Drow is like Darkseer is actually pretty good in terms of initiation and team fight control. Clockwork is usually pretty good. The Centaur's banned out, that would have been great as well. So DK Phobos heroes, I like the ban from Cloud9 with the Spiritbreaker. Yeah. They know that Virtus.Pro love it. They know that Phobos plays it well, and it would have worked well. So I would say Clockwork most likely.
5 seconds.
Again, Legion Commander would have been great, but it's actually taken by Cloud9.
They've done some Night Stalker recently. Surprisingly, there's not been much Clockwork in their recent games.
Yeah, I know. That's coming to me too. I'm thinking, I don't think they ever run that, do they?
No, it's really weird. Like, there's so many good heroes that so many teams just don't run because they either don't feel comfortable on that particular hero or they haven't experimented with it or what have you. But, I mean, you look at some of their last games and they have, like, 0 Clockworks in there. Cloud9 will go for Scarith as their secondary support with the Bounty Hunter. Silence on top of a duel into the Mystic Flare. Pretty good. They will go for the Clockwork. Okay, so we're proven wrong. At least I'm proven wrong. It's just, I guess there's been a lot of Tusk. There's been a lot of Spiritbreaker when they can't get Tusk, and even when they can't get those two, they've done some Night Stalker. They've done some Centaur. Yeah. So they decided to go for the Clockwork in this particular game, which I think is pretty good. You lock down the Bloodseeker, make sure he can't run at you with his Thirst. Lock down the Legion Commander, which is fine as well, and it could easily take down a Scarith Mage solo, no problem. You have to be careful with the Mystic Flare, obviously, but this is an okay hero coming out from Virtus.Pro. I am very, very afraid of the combo potential that Cloud9 have with Mystic Flare, Blood Right, Duel, Sonic Wave. All of those together, one hero is going to die more than likely. So it's going to be interesting. Virtus.Pro, though, they do have this pushing lineup, and they have a lot of ranged heroes, 4 of them, in fact. Clockwork is going, and this is what I really love about when you have a Drow Visage lineup, is getting that tanky initiator instead of going 5 range. Get somebody that's going to be in the front lines, setting things up, and Clockwork is that hero for Virtus.Pro.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, also the tried and true Bloodseeker combo with, you know, someone like a Quap or Zeus. I actually think it's really good with Quap because it's pure damage.
Yeah.
So boosting up pure damage is almost always better, in my opinion. And the fact that it's pure damage and it's AoE, so, you know, you talk about how boosting up maybe Lena's Laguna Blade, once you get it to pure damage with Aghanims, is very scary. I think it's like 1300 damage or something like that. But with the Quap Aghanims, you're looking at 5 in an AoE.
Yeah.
So it's very, very ridiculous the amount of actual damage that it'll do. That's one of the scariest combos, if not the scariest combo, at least in my opinion.
805 pure damage in an AoE if you have a Blood Raged Queen of Pain with an Aghanim Scepter.
Every 40 seconds too. Once you
every
give the eggs.
40 seconds. That's enough to kill a lot of these heroes. Assuming they get some quick levels up on this Queen of Pain, assuming they max out the Blood Rage first, and assuming they're all in a pretty good spot for this Queen of Pain ultimate. I mean, there are some squishy heroes. You look at the starting HP of almost all of these guys: 550 for Drow, 511 for Rubik, 549 for the Shrek, 587 for the Visage. And DK Phobos is only about 100 more with 644. So their base HP is not particularly great. Building into some strength, building in some HP rather, might be a necessity for some of these players. Getting casual abrasions might be a good idea. I don't think that'll actually happen, though. It's probably just going to be normal itemizations. What's interesting right now is Cloud9 are going for a 2-3 rune contestation. It actually is going to be Bounty Hunter checking things out.
They're baiting this bounty with the sentry. FNG's in the perfect spot. He's sitting right by the trees. But No-Tail is not going to be fooled so easily.
Or is he? He shadow walks again, and he's going to walk right in. FNG is going to skill up his Q button here in just a moment. No-Tail is not going for this, man.
I think he may have actually seen FNG there. It was close. He was standing behind the trees, but nicely played by No-Tail. A lot of players could get baited by that.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. He's gone to that spot, and in almost every game I've seen him on the Bounty Hunter, he doesn't go for it this time. The game sense is real. for No-Tail. He did put down this great lane ward behind the tower here, which is nice. So he's got some decent vision there. And it is going to be that aggro duel lane like we talked about, Bone 7 and No-Tail, at least for the beginning of the game. No-Tail will make some appearances mid, more than likely, some special guest appearances on G, and try to get some kills here with Fots more than likely. He might rotate bottom even as well. Good cog usage from DK Phobos. He did miss the melee creep, unfortunately, so that's fine. Not a big deal. He still deposited a lot of the creeps. They'll make their way out pretty soon. And we'll see how this goes.
FNG delivers the trees to G. What a player. What a nice guy.
Yeah, seriously.
Open stun coming out from G just to harass Fata. But Fata's damage is actually pretty good in the co-op. 66 compared to an exact 66 from G with the extra help of the Drow Aura. So this is why I really like this co-op pain. Co-op pain. Did I actually just say co-op pain?
Co-op pain.
By the way, I got 1 hour to sleep, guys, so just let you know.
Good old Vancouver. Shadow Strike. Fots is going in. Blink, he keeps canceling it. Is G dead? Fotsa can go in. He's going to. He blinks past the tower. Split Earth goes, but it's too late. Fotsa gets a solo kill. First blood. Whatever advantage Leshrac had is now gone. No-Tail is going to get caught with telekinesis and a grave chill. They will dust him. He has Shadow Walk. He's still in trouble. Illidan can't get there, and even if he did, he didn't have Frost Arrows. He does have a lot of damage, however, with the right click. But all right, that's a lot of abilities and detection spent on just trying to kill No-Tail when he survives the entire time. But more importantly, let's get back to mid. Fotsa gets a first blood solo on a Leshrac. How important is that, Trout?
Oh, he can snowball out of control now. I really think Quap Pain, I'm gonna start calling him that now.
Quap Pain.
It's just such a premier solo hero. Like, you can see just what he does. He has so much mobility, even with the Drought Aura helping out. I know it's not a lot, but it's still something. Like 5 damage in laning phase can be quite important sometimes. But it just does so much damage. His animation's great. Yeah. The damage, it's a perfect mid hero. It's just so good. It wins almost every matchup. Gonna blink it aggressively. Here comes the help from 2 different heroes.
Good
stun coming out, actually.
Yeah, G's still dead, though. He knows he's dead. He's gonna try to get a counter kill on Fotsa. Last click. He couldn't get there. No-Tail is the one to get the last hit. So I mentioned that special guest appearance and another special guest appearance as Misery rotates mid. They are very low. All of them, in fact. Fotsa will bottle up and get rune control bottom with an illusion rune. Top lane, this will leave Bone 7 alone. Frost arrows are going to go, but it is only level 1, so it doesn't slow that much. And Bounty Hunter is just going to take a quick trip back to the well with a deny to the neutral.
Yep, and as long as Bone 7 doesn't die up top and he's actually getting some decent experience, then Cloud9 are going to be winning all 3 of their lanes. Okay, they're not going to be winning top, but they're doing okay top in terms of... Actually, it's 11 CS. That's almost as much as Illidan has in the
that's good ability, man. That's a great CSing ability. But the problem is he doesn't have a bottle yet, I don't believe. But he does have a mango. He might have already used one. I'm not sure if he had 2 or not. Ooh, he misses that overwhelming odds. Go for it! Yes! 2 CS there. So that's how he gets it, man. Mid lane, Fotsa in trouble. Brought back Lightning Storm. The flare gets the kill. See, FNG would have gotten it anyways, but DK Phobos gets the kill from afar. He is currently depositing some creeps, but Fata does get the kill on Lesh first and foremost, which is obviously the more important factor.
Yep, and it also means just Leshrac is just falling further and further behind. He actually has the same CS as Fata, actually 1 more CS, but with 3 deaths to his name, it's going to be hard to contest in the lane without some kind of help all the time, just because he's always going to have this level advantage now. He's a full level ahead. FNG's now sitting here. Top lane. I see some dives coming out.
Overwhelming odds on it 2 plus the creep wave. Illidan's done. Moment of Courage gets the kill. Last right click for Lil. Oh, actually survives a little bit further than I thought he would. Bone 7's trying to take the aggro off him. He can't seem to do so. Finally does. Took a little bit more damage than he needed to, but he will salve up. He also has a mango ready to go. And now they are winning this top lane. We talked about they weren't winning before. I think they are now.
Yeah. And TP coming in from Drow, just dings level 4. He actually puts 2 points into the Frost Arrow, so not maxing out the precision or not something you see as of late.
Yeah.
So wants to have a little bit more control in the top lane because he feels just a little bit too pressured. So top lane's not I mean, all the lanes are really not going well for Virtus.Pro at this stage, which is crazy to think when you pick up a Drow Ranger. Typically that kind of solidifies your lanes.
Envy is continuing to get free farm bottom. There's not much Clockwork can do in this situation.
No, there's not.
No blood right, by the way.
Mismatch here for Clock. He's actually doing better than I thought he would be doing too, but he has 1 kill, so that's probably why.
13 last hits, he got that flare kill mid. He'll send another flare mid onto Fata. That'll do some damage. He is a haste rune on Fata. He's level 5, almost 6, so he'll be getting that Sonic Wave pretty soon. Lightning Storm spam is coming out for G, and this is one thing that's going to make his life a little bit easier with the level 3 Lightning Storm now coming out. Spam out the creep wave, get rune control, stay alive, don't let Fata jump on top of you. Always keep the lane pushed in if you can while getting some decent CS. The problem is now, No-Tail's going to rotate back in. There's a haste rune on Fata. And there's no sentry, and G's just freaking dead. Shadow Strike goes in, the Shrew can toss right away. Split Earth misses completely. Misery even gets involved. I think he got the assist as well. They are putting a lot of emphasis on shutting G down, not just in this game, but in obviously the last game as well, and then when he was on the Shadow Fiend. DK Phobos walks in, gets Shadow Striked. He won't get dove, though. There's no creep wave, and that would have been a little too aggressive from Cloud9. Instead, they'll go back to their own devices. No-Tail will throw up a great... This is a fantastic ward. I love this ward in the jungle here, aggressive early on. And Misery will head up top lane as well.
Fata just had a haste. Maybe he gets an invis now. Yep, he got an invis.
So wait, he had a 4-minute haste rune, and then a 6-minute invis rune. That's the epitome of the S4 rune. Like that in a nutshell. A lot of people, I think that the S4 rune is just the haste rune at 4 minutes. I think it's like a combination of like getting the rune that you need
haste
at 4
plus
minutes.
DD. Yeah,
like haste DD or haste invis, or like getting any combination of those runes in like the 2 to 4 to 6 minute range, and then just go into town. So
yeah, and the important thing too is the last gank onto G in mid, he didn't have to use his ultimate on the Queen of Pain, so now he has it available. He can go for maybe a solo kill if he wants to, or maybe just if they want to take the tower, it might even be a good idea just to like converge on top lane. Look at all these, look at this row of wards they have. They have all this vision in the entire jungle. They know any rotations coming out. I think it might be a good idea to just completely dive the top lane, have the cop come up with the ultimate and the invis, kill both heroes, take the tower. We'll see where he goes for. He's actually going to go towards mid, which is a bit more of a greedy play. We'll see
he
if it
sees
pays
DK
off.
Phobos with that ward. He notices he's rotating top, and that means that they're going to go top. There's no TP for the Lustrak. There is a dead Illidan Storm Rage for sure. Bone 7 still doesn't have his level 6. Meanwhile, DK Phobos gets Shadow Strike. Fata's actually kind of out of mana. He does have a stick. Gonna right click. Sonic Wave will not kill here. He needs... So he has to choose between Sonic Wave and Scream of Pain, and it's not gonna matter because he's gonna get cogged and he's gonna lose mana anyways. But putting pressure on the Tier 1 tower, I think, is exactly what you want to do. Make it really difficult for this Drow to farm. She can't farm the jungle yet without some sort of lifesteal. Obviously, the Morbid Mask. And she's not quite there yet. She went for treads first. So force her into another area to farm, whether that's bottom, which it looks like it will be. I feel like Envy can just man up on her. He has Rupture, he has Blood Rage. I don't really see any reason why he couldn't just go for a kill, other than that he's under a tower. And speaking of under a tower, Bone 7 will pick up that Tier 1 top, which is what we expected to happen.
Yeah, if you don't have vision of the enemy support heroes that can turn it, you just kind of assume that they're there because, well, he is actually there. But even if he wasn't, you still don't make that play. Yeah. Obviously, he doesn't know that, but you need to assume. He's actually going to go rush for the Blade Mail, which I think is fine. A lot of players like to just get the minus BKB, which I totally think is... Well, I think the minus BKB would be great this game, but the one problem I see running into that early BKB is that if this game does go late, that Lesh is going to punish you with a 5-second BKB. They really punish you. So I think this build is warranted because you want to have those charges later on.
Oh, he Blood Raged the Queen of Pain. That is an extra 40%. Scream's going to go through Shadow Strike. Sonic Wave gets canceled. Rupture flies through. Great Gust coming out. The right click's coming in. Fade Bolt goes through. They need to be careful. Sonic Wave goes in. They don't get the kill just yet. Envy gonna Blood Rage himself, picks up Illidan. Will he be able to get out is the question. Absolutely. F&G is now next in line. Telekinesis not there. Envy gets the double kill. Whew. All right, that actually could have gone a lot better for Cloud9 because of the silence coming out from the Drow, but they played it nicely. Oh, Bone 7, he wants to run it. He wants to dual mill. He's going to find it. They get the Arcane seal, Ancient Seal off. Do they have enough damage? He doesn't get the dual one. They will get the kill with the Arcane Bolt more than likely, but Bone 7 goes down. Great rotation. The kill is split. They might get Misery as well. He's going to try to juke through the trees. They have the Lightning Storm. They'll use it, and that'll be more than enough to get the kill. An aggressive play that doesn't pay off. They don't get the dual victory for Bone 7. Great cog push actually saves the life of the Visage. That was really good from DK Phobos.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Really nicely played by him. But still, they're spreading out the map a little bit better on the side of Cloud9. They're forcing them up top. They're dealing some damage. Actually, they did no damage to the mid tower. That's a little surprising. But the bottom tier tower is almost dead. So there's that for them. And they're forcing Illidan to kind of farm in places he doesn't want to. He's 0-3 and 0. Action perhaps on to DK Phobos, not level 6 just yet. He senses something. Here comes the Janata proc, and yeah, I think it's gonna be that clockwork.
Man, he just can't find any room to work with. The fact that he's not level 6 yet at 9 minutes is devastating. He can't get hook shots, he can't save his team. Virtus.Pro have to find some room, some space. They will find Envy bottom, they'll gust him, they'll frost arrow him, he'll try to TP away, but the soul assumption will be there to secure the kill for Lil. That is, they needed that desperately because Illidan's just not getting anything. He's only level 7. He's sitting on 40 CS to the Envy 61. So a kill is a kill, and a kill on Envy especially is very, very, very useful.
Not a good TP there, though. It's going to really hurt him when he respawns here, too, because if he had just died, not used to TP, he could just TP back to bottom, farm, and yeah, it sucks dying, but oh well, at least I'm getting my free farm again. Now he has to make the long walk of shame all the way back to the bottom lane. He probably goes mid just because he's going to be upset that he has to go walk all the way bottom. And yeah, Quap already TP'd bottom, actually puts a Shadow on his Illidan Storm Rage, gets silenced up. He does have an ultimate in 3 seconds, but Illidan's just going to TP out, and yeah, Envy is just going to walk towards the mid lane. Maybe he just looks for a kill, but those TP outs, you know, sometimes it's good to go for those, but when you don't get them, it's devastating, actually. It just wastes a lot of time in terms of what you could be spending your time farming.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He's still at top of the net worth, and that does put him off. He has his blade mail, by the way. He just got it, I think, after he died, so the trip to the well doesn't actually hurt that bad because he does pick up his item. They will put pressure on the tier 1 tower mid. He doesn't have his blood right yet. He's actually maxing blood rage, or at least he put that 3rd point into it. So he doesn't want the silence, which is interesting. It would be easier to clear creep waves, maybe some things up. Shuriken Toss will go through. No-Tail not level 6 yet, and he's even gonna die. Solo kill. Lil gets level 6 and brings him down. Nice kill there. All right.
Yep. Pretty nicely done. Did the drop pop the precision aura too to help out, even though it is only level 1.
There's the
now he picks up the silence.
Oh, he misses the hook shot. Oh no. They're gonna jump in. Duel's gonna go through Illidan. Mystic Flare. Splitter goes, but they get the win. Bone 7 in trouble. He is gonna go down. DK Phobos is ruptured, but they're gonna back away. Spell was stolen. It's Rupture. FNG does get the Rupture coming through with the spell seal. 1-for-1 trade. Bone 7 did get the duel win, however.
It's a really good spell to steal, honestly. Kind of unfortunate that it wasn't able to use the Blood Rage, but yeah, good spell steal there by, actually it's FNG, I almost called him Lil. Lil, how's he doing in terms of farm now that he's going to go towards the medallion so they can take Roche a lot faster. TP coming in, nice last auto attack there from the Quap. Fata gets the last hit on the tower. They make him rotate, very nicely done.
I think DK Phobos is gonna have to step his game up. He missed his first hook shot. It's not the worst thing in the world, but he's gonna have to be that initiator that we were talking about. Level 6 now for No-Tail. This is where it gets really difficult. One particular kill can lead to a big snowball, big terms of there's a lot of momentum coming up for Cloud9 if they're not careful. So G is actually out of mana. No-Tail is chasing after him, but G's just gonna go home, it looks like, and No-Tail shouldn't chase any further. He might put a ward behind this tier 2 or close to the tier 2. They're still at tier 1, by the way. Smoke is up for Cloud9. FNG's gonna walk right into No-Tail. Cog shot, there's the track up. Ancient Seal, overwhelming odds, destroys him. No-Tail in trouble, Rupture on Misery. There's the duel coming through onto Lil. Can they bring him down? The Blood Right and Ancient Seal will be enough. DK Phobos tracked up as well. More TPs. G's back in the fray. And B is still Blood Rage. She's got the Blade Mail, but it might not be enough. In trouble. There comes the Pulse Nova. Last right click, he'll fall. Sonic Wave hits up onto Illidan. No, onto G instead. That's who they want. Gus comes through. It's too late. Fata in trouble. Press the attack comes out. There's the Shuriken Toss. Will they turn this? Still healing up. Dust is going to go through. Fata about to blink Scream in. It looks like a couple right clicks. They want these kills. They'll find both of them. It looks like these are both track kills. They'll get one with the Arcane Bolt. They'll get the other with the right click of Fata. Those are huge track kills coming out. And that is Snowball Incarnate coming up for Cloud9. They get 3,000 gold. They team with Virtus.Pro. How did it go so wrong so quickly for Virtus.Pro?
They just kited them so well. He gets the track off. Like one auto attack from being killed too. Nice plays there by No-Tail, but they just kited them very, very nicely. The press the attack, one of the best abilities in getting people out of silences or stuns, or even just healing them in general. And this is, I really like Legion Commander, and I think Bone 7 plays him so well. Probably the, I feel like I could safely say he's the best Legion Commander out there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will disagree with you about that.
It's just fun to see how I mean, you see on paper how good the attack can be. I mean, typically you think of the dual damage and wow, I'm hitting for plus, you know, a Divine Rapier for free. But really in fights, these press attacks can be so clutch at times if you use them correctly. And you saw just there how it can be really effective.
They're going to grab a haste rune for G. He's trying to build towards a Bloodstone. It doesn't seem to be going too well. They're going to head towards the bottom jungle. Envy seems to have a good understanding that this is happening because they didn't smoke up. They walked underneath that observer that was just placed by No-Tail. That's fantastic. Envy as well as Misery are going to sit underneath this tower. TP should be at the ready for the rest of Cloud9. In fact, everybody has them with the exception of No-Tail, so he's going to have to walk down there. No, he does have one. He just has it in a different spot. That's annoying. But yeah, they're gonna all TP. One TP to the tier 2 for No-Tail. The rest are saving up for the tier 1. They know that the push is coming in. They want to try to get as much done as possible while they're not at the tower. And Bone Symbol will try to take the tier 1 tower in the process mid. And Fox will just farm top. There's a fight. If he gets caught out, he's going to pop up his blade mail. Cogs will go, and they'll take that Envy. They're not going to defend this, it looks like now. They're just going to take the tier 1 mid. I think Envy's okay with that. They're tracking up completely. Misery is somehow not spotted. Hookshot misses completely from DK Phobos. They'll jump in, blink away from the Legion Commander. Blood Right, Envy. No, that was the stolen Blood Right coming in. Duel comes down on the other side. DK Phobos in trouble. They get the duel, yes. On the other side, Misery does get blown up. He's a poor freaking chicken. G now pops his Pulse Nova coming in. Lil, good drop. Sonic Wave goes, blows up Lil. TP's back in. G's still alive. That haste rune keeping him up and ready. Scream of Pain, last right click. He gets it. And the track kill. 4 more kills coming out for Cloud9. And Illidan will more than likely be the 5th. No-Tail goes in this. He was the target. It's a triple kill for Fata. Snowball indeed. This is exactly what we were talking about with his first blood. He's almost got a full sight. He's going to buy it up pretty soon. And it's another team whip for Cloud9.
Yeah, Fata's just playing really well. Like, he knows what he can get away with. He knows how many auto attacks he can get onto a hero. Even with the haste rush running away, he was still able to get like 3 auto attacks just because of the way he positioned his hero and whatnot after the blink. Even though that Envy died, it was a much needed sacrifice to get that really nice exchange in favor of Cloud9. And yeah, as you mentioned, the Scythe is coming out, I think, now. Does he have the... Yeah, he has the full thing. 16 minutes.
Scythe.
I would like to see the stat on that because that's a very, very early hex. One of the earliest I've ever seen.
The interesting thing about that last engagement, by the way, was even though they lost all 5 heroes, the gold exchange was 1,700 versus 1,600. Virtus.Pro getting to 1,600. Cloud9 only getting 100 extra gold out of that fight because of how much these heroes are worth. And that was with track 2. And that I think I'm pretty sure that's accurate because it was showing all the heroes that died in the entire engagement. So Blood Right's going to come in. They'll back out of Roach. Lil and Illidan will be the only ones that are silenced. DK Phobos hookshot into the back lines. It's going to be at a No-Tail Cog push. Really good zoning Cogs coming out. Bone 7 left out to dry. Mystic Flare does miss Illidan. Now going on Fata. Silence up. He'll get out. Overwhelming odds. Destroys Phobos. He'll die. Big Shuriken toss. FND and another go down. Illidan does get the dual win, but he is still going to die just because they keep him in place. It's going to be another 5-man wipe here. Envy will go down yet again. Another track kill. Virtus.Pro just cannot fight at all. Every single team fight has been a wipe, it seems like, in this entire game. It's 27-13 for God's sakes, and Fata is the one that is leading the way here on the side of Cloud9.
Well, at least he got 10 dual damage on the Drow. Envy, he actually died, but he died to neutrals. It just worked out perfectly in his in his favor.
Wow.
Yeah, and the goal just continues to skyrocket here for Fata. I can't blame Virtus.Pro at all for going for that kind of play for the Roche. I think they have to go for some kind of crazy, ridiculous play at this point. I think it was a nice decision by the Clockwork to just run in there and try to buy time. It looked like there may have been a chance for them to actually take the fight, but there's just so much farm on Fata. There's just so much farm on everybody. I mean, you have a full Vlast plus a Mana Boots medallion on your Bounty Hunter. Look at his farm, man. It's just ridiculous with all the track gold.
Oh, Illidan gets hexed. They really want this double damager, and he's going to grab it. Head to Roche. Going to start it off. They actually probably could take this. They're going to take it fast. Sonic Wave goes in. All right. Effigy does blink out with the boat that he stole. They get Roche. Illidan is going to grab the Aegis. Hooked up. Misses again from DK Phobos. That was tough. It was going to be on a blinking Queen of Pain. Sure, onto G. Blood Right's going to come through. DK Phobos will get silenced again. He's got 3 silences on him. Mystic Flare. He's trying to avoid all the damage he can. Effigy blinks up to the high ground. No-Tail will get brought down. Flare goes through. Press the attack. Keeps them up. But there's the soul assumption to get the kill. Everyone is low for Virtus.Pro. Misery has caught himself on the wrong side of the law. Fawcett will grab a kill. Illidan Hex, that's the Aegis. Envy with the Blood Rage going to work. Phone 7, press the attack. His duel's ready. DK Phobos with great cogs. They don't get the duel damage up from DK Phobos. Blood Rage's going to go, and Illidan is going to try to go to work, but here's the duel they were looking for. And guess what? It is another 5-man wipe for Cloud9. What is that, 4 in a row, 5 in a row? Jesus.
Look at that. When Bounty comes up and maybe gets a couple of last hits, or if they get a tower, every single member of Cloud9 will be more farmed than every single member of Virtus.Pro. Watch this net worth after they get this tower. It's insane. Scythe has been rushed in 2-8. This was the fifth fastest ever. The fastest was 13:34. My God, a 13-minute Scythe? Are you kidding me? All right, that's kind of hard to beat.
I don't know how you get a better start than what Fox had, but apparently he was able to do so.
13-minute Hex. That's insane. He must have got burn boots. I can't think of him upgrading anything. No magic. That's crazy. I'd love to see that.
Where do we go from here? There is a almost 20,000 net worth lead for Cloud9, and
that's it.
Knights kills with the 18-minute mark. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do the job. So for Virtus.Pro, I just feel like they've got nothing. What does this Drow have? Double Wraith Band, a Keel on Treads?
Yeah,
not nearly enough.
And he didn't max out precision for it too, so they don't actually get the heart. Envy, a little bit of trouble. They actually steal the Blood Rage. Maybe
good.
Throw that on
the
G.
DK Phobos in trouble. Blood Right. Shrukatos continues to bounce. Big Silence comes through. Envy is actually very low. Fade Bolt almost brings him down. Press the attack though. He's thirsted. Rupture will get up onto Illidan. Illidan just walks up and dies. Lightning Storm. Is this going to be another 5-man wipe? They'll get 3. Gems up the deck. Fatsa canceling his Sonic Wave. FNG gets dueled up. And now Lil, the only survivor again. Every single fight has been a wipe. Lil does stay alive. Looks like this time he will go down. He actually had the Blood Rage on him. They had to work a bit harder for that one, but Envy and Fatsa, the 2 big cores from Cloud9, stay alive. It's 37-17. Fatsa will drop down his Zol Talisman, pick up the gem. He's got 4,500 gold after just buying that Hex.
Yeah, look at the net worth tab now, man. It's absolutely, everyone is more farmed now.
There it is.
God, Visage is actually so farmed too. He had like 3,000 gold before that fight, or before he died. Picks up almost the Bloodstone's actually almost there for G. Almost has a full Aghanims. But, I mean, look at this. It's 21 minutes, 21,000 net worth lead there for C9.
I think we've seen this before,
yeah.
Cloud9. I can't put my finger exactly on where. I feel like we're missing some Dagans this game.
We definitely are. Envy, you know what to do.
I mean, for those of you that missed the match between NIP and C9 in the second game, I think it was 2 or 3 people on Cloud9 that started buying Dagans, including Envy on the Bloodseeker, went Midas Dagan 5. And he was zapping people for some heavy damage. So, Shrek has took back the 5th spot on the net worth chart, so it was a small moment for Notail to be up there with the rest of his squad, but he is now just behind the Lesh by 100 net worth. He gets this Ancient. Give him the Ancient, Bone 7. No! Damn.
Maybe he'll accidentally get it.
Get it? Ah. He actually stopped it on purpose. Only 172 teams have ever had a 20k gold lead at 20-minute mark in Pro Dota. How many won is the big question. That's the real question.
170. Nope.
172.
All of them.
Pretty good. Yeah. So Virtus.Pro are looking for some sort of record-breaking performance here within the next 30 minutes. The unfortunate thing is that they don't really have a lineup that's conducive to this. Like, they have a Bloodstone on G, sure, but Illidan's got nothing, and he's not really, like, Drow's a great mid-game carry, and it's the mid-game that she's not carrying. All right, well, there's a smoke up, and I mean, I've said this before, but I feel like if they are to lose this fight, then the game is over. They call GG, but knowing Virtus.Pro, they might wait a bit longer.
Oh, they will wait. They love to wait. Quap blinks in.
This could be a big kill.
He has a BKB.
Foxa, Spell Stolen, it's Scream of Pain. There's the Hex coming in. BKB is going to go through. Sonic Wave just blows up FPG. Does stick up to half health. Hook shot from DK Phobos to make sure they get everything off, but well, he's going to get dueled and they're going to get the victory as well. And here comes Envy. He's a freaking rabbit. They'll get 3 kills already. Bone 7 comes in. Blood Right is on the deck. FPG is going to go down. Lil will fall as well, and 6 or 7 team wipes in a row. I'm not sure. Well, for those of you keeping track at home, go ahead and post in Twitch chat. Cloud9 have won every fight this game. It's 42-18 at 23 minutes into the game. All fight has been taken out of Virtus.Pro. They're going to lose their last tier 2. Surprisingly enough, the tier 3 and Rax has still been untouched, with the exception of, I think, the top tier 3, which has been touched a little bit. That'll change here. So,
I mean, for all intents and purposes, this game is completely over. But like we talked about, VP love to stick it out until the bitter end. But
smart play. There are some BKBs on cooldown, some abilities on cooldown, so Cloud9 will just back up, and that's just it's a solid play. Anyways,
God, now Bounty Hunter is 3,500. He can upgrade to Greaves if he wants to. Wait, do they have a mech on someone else? I don't think they do. No, he can get Greaves. There's a gem, there's a Yules, and a Force Staff up on the Skywrath. Oh, he actually went towards the mech after the Sage on the Bloodseeker. So yeah, they do have a mech. That's crazy.
Envy loves going mech on carries. Shower Catcher mech, Bloodseeker mech. Why not? He doesn't really need the damage, I guess.
He also doesn't need a mech.
I guess that's true.
I mean, it's fine, but it's just funny, you know, Bounty Hunter has this much gold, and he usually buys Greaves anyway. I mean, this game is pretty much over anyway. Rupture comes out onto FNG, throws out the blood right, and actually hits him. I thought it.
He was on the very edge. He thought it was fine. That's the case. Isometric View strikes again. Jump in. DK Phobos tracked up. He's more than likely dead. BKB from Fatsa. He is caught. Not killing DK Phobos just yet. Meanwhile, notes on the backside. There's the jewel off. That'll be onto Lil. Mystic Flare. They will bring him down. Bone 7 out with 86 dual damage. Illidan and B, the only 2 survivors. We're going to see maybe another team wipe. Illidan wants to walk back in just to give his life up. Sonic Wave will hit, and there it is. That should be the unfortunate thing for Cloud9 is that they don't have any waves pushed in except for top. They're going to try to bring down the Aghanim Scepter birds that Lil has, by the way. They won't find them.
Lil is actually playing really well in these team fights too. Like, he's a very, very good Visage player, and he's getting the full damage output of these familiar soul assumptions. By the way, a term you like to use, Fop is definitely feeling himself, because in the middle of that team fight, while walking around the clockwork in a drow, he's dropping his sheep to get 5 stick charges.
That's... wow. That's too much, man. Envy's gonna die top lane. That's a dominating spree for DK Phobos, by the way. He gets like 1,000 gold from that. Yeah, right about 1,000. Him and FNG. There's an Aghanim Scepter, by the way, for the Queen of Pain, and level 16 ult with Blood Rage, 805 damage, as we talked about. All right. Let's see here.
You know, the funny thing is that drop my scythe to get 5 or 6 stick charges actually made a difference, because he barely had enough mana to use that ulti in that little space that he did on the 2 heroes right there. It actually made a difference. That's the funny thing.
That's how you know you're a goddamn player. When you make those types of plays. That's ballsy as all hell, but Virtus.Pro at this point they're hanging on by less than a thread. I don't know what they're hanging on by, but it's not much. They have 3 Bloodstone charges for G. He has an Ogre Club. Illidan still has no... He bought an Ogre Club, alright, so he's got... And that was his next item. Lil's the only one farming decently well, because he's birds, and he's an Aghanim Scepter. He even has a medallion, too. We can honestly get a Solar Crest. Maybe that's the item they need. What does everyone else have for Cloud9? Halberd for Envy. We already saw that Aghanim Scepter for Fatsa. There's a Crimson Guard for No Tail. Even Mitri has a Yule Scepter. Bone 7's actually... If you look at the rest of the team, it feels like he's underfarmed for where he should be, but they're all pretty close together with the exception of Fatsa, who is very, very far there. Oh, just kidding. He's got a Desolator. I was wrong. He's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's now where there's actually pretty much identical with the Bloodseeker, so maybe just holding his gold. Here comes a duel on the G. My god, the damage is real. Pops the BK Beast. There's no lift or anything, any kind of shenanigans like that. Roche gets taken out by the Quap. Takes the Aegis. Blink Dagger now purchased by the Skywrath. I mean, there's just so many things going the way of Cloud9 right now.
Virtus.Pro really wanted that T1 tower too. They can't get it. They got a wrap on this? Cloud9 are like, we're wrapping on you right now. Observer Ward will not scout them out. They walked past the Observer Wards that would have seen them make this play. And Virtus.Pro are going to get pincered, or flanked, I guess is the term you're looking for. Fatsa will get bounced, but it'll be BKB. Hook shot misses. Illidan's gonna get hexed up and he's dead. Rule is not there. Sonic Wave, Blood Rage. We'll see you later, FNG. Got one hit. Mystic Flare. Everybody's freaking dead. And Fatsa gets an ultra kill. They're not calling it. They were like, this is...
I'm telling you, they never do.
It's bloody.
You know what it is? They have to wait until Lil is alive so that he can kill all his items.
True.
That's the strat. That's what they gotta do. They gotta appease his little OCD thing about the...
Yeah, I guess keep your camera on low, because when he drops all of his items, that's how you know. Or maybe when the GG's called is when he drops his items.
I think if he's not in base, he will drop all his items, but if he is in base, he'll like buy 6 of something.
Whatever he has enough money for. I don't know how like he knows what he's enough money for, but...
Oh, he knows. He's practiced this.
I guess he must have him. He must do it in pubs too. They get the courier, by the way, as if they needed any added incentive to finish this game. What was on it is the question. Talisman of Evasion. That's great. That was Lil's Solar Crest. Is now gone. And Cloud9 don't want to go in, even though they have Aegis. They will pop the Crimson Guard. Maybe they will go in. Telekinesis Fatsa. DKB is available. Aegis might be in trouble. DK Phobos, they force us forward into the base. Fatsa is going to go down, but it's just the Aegis. Mystic Flare, they actually bring down the bounty as well. All right, Virtus.Pro, I see you. Blood Rage, G in trouble. We'll get out of there in time. Silence isn't going to stop him from TPing. Illidan is going to get Sonic Wave, and he gets blown up. But that is the only kill they grab. Envy is very low, but he's thirsty, and he's headed out of the base. Fatsa has Blink in 1. Good hold.
Oh, the rocket actually hits him.
BKB jumps back in. Duel is up. Bone 7 is now going to work. Wants to finish this one off. Fatsa is low. Split Earth. He forces out, and he actually misses. Cuts a shot onto G. G's up to 4 bullets, so charges, trying to chase him down. No Sonic Wave. It's up to 13 seconds. They blink out. They have to back away. That's a pretty good hold, man. Like, all things considered. Like, you're down, what, 30k net worth? You probably should be able to hold like that. Somehow they do.
It's almost about 35,000. I've never seen a team make it look way better than it actually does in terms of the metrics. Notable, I like this stat. Notable Lil NIM, 6 plates of attack, 6 score stats, 3 careers. You know, I've seen him do 6 Mask of Madnesses before, which is actually a lot of gold.
That is a lot of gold. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2,000 a piece, so well, 1,800 I guess.
How do you build that up? You must, like, I guess with selling everything, if you're like 5 slotted or something. I don't know. Bots is going refresher. Because we're not. It's frightening. Jesus. DK Phobos is going to check after no tail. Do they have a gem? I'd be very surprised if they picked up the one that on that drop. They don't have one. It's on misery currently. All right. Finish up that refresher orb, and then it's time to hit that tier 3 tower, hit that Rax.
Yeah, only so much we can. This is pretty much a stomp game, but at least you're getting some fun items. Like Bloodseeker's got a halberd, mech, plate mail, which is just, I don't know.
It ain't no Dagon though, man. It's no Dagon.
I know, it's no Dagon, but
well, there's the refresher now done for Fatsa. That's fantastic. Regular, good old Sonic Wave twice with double BKB, double Hex. Very value item.
And Blood Rage onto him. So
and Blood Rage.
Throw that out twice. Jeez, that's so scary.
I mean, he's gonna kill everybody, assuming he gets the Blood Rage and he stays alive long enough with his BKB. They steal. Shadow Walk for FNG. Probably wanted track. This point, track will not save you. They're clearing out the creep wave nicely. Foot push might be the optimal decision for Cloud9. Envy is not there yet, by the way. He's making his way downtown. No tail.
Making his way downtown. Oh, hook shot off the mark.
DK Phobos has had a rough game. It's really, really rough. They've missed a couple of those, unfortunately. I think now we see why they don't play Clockwork as much.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm not trying to play
cheap shots.
It's not. All right. Well, my bad. But anyway.
No, to be fair, it's not been his greatest game.
Yeah.
He's made some good plays, like up top where he cogged during that duel. That was a really nice play.
Yeah, his cogs have been on point.
Here's the thing, as we see a very, very easy duel. Actually taking some damage. Nope, he gains a little bit of life.
Oh, boy. Watson gets a Sonic Wave. There it is. Where's the refresher? There it is. Hex up again onto Illidan. DK Phobos will die to the last trick like of course that.
He needs to sell his items. Buy back and sell your items. Yep, see?
Yeah. No, he's going in, man. GG's called. Drop it. Drop all your items. Lil.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Lil.
Wants to kill Envy instead. Who wants to kill Envy instead? Can't do it.
No. The first game I've seen will not drop his items, actually.
And he had the chance.
He
But,
did.
oh, what was I gonna say? Totally. It lost me, man. It lost me. Crazy game.
There's not much really to talk about.
With the, I was gonna say how we were talking about the clockwork not having a good game, but it's very easy to look like you